Imagine I called action at the start of these. As if I have more than just my phone. Like, it's just my phone. Okay, anyway. Hello! Today we are going to be doing my first Halloween look of 2021. Let's say my Halloween look of 2021 because with time these days, who knows how many I'm going to be doing. This could be all. Hopefully not, but we'll really have to see on that one. I did a look similar to this last year, don't know if that's cheating, but didn't do a video on it because it was my first time doing this kind of thing. But it was like a purple devil. She was crying, she was really upset. Oh, I'm gonna have to glue down my brows. So I'm gonna create kind of tutorial, let's, you know, use the term loosely. I'm still a beginner in this form of like body paint. It's like, it's not body, it's face painting, but it can be hard to get things done right. I'm gonna start off with gluing down my brows. I don't know if I'm gonna include this in the video purely just because I don't personally know if my advice on how to do this is gonna be the best. Just from like there's better to learn from than me. So I can maybe link a few in the description of where I learned. I'm not perfect at it, at even close, but back in a sec when I have no eyebrows. Okay, gonna stop here for covering my brows by myself and I'll continue the rest of it on camera because I decided it was kind of annoying to just be like, sort it out yourself. So I thought I could get some tips because I have tips, I just can't, I'm just not the person to learn from. What are my tips? What are my product tips? Okay, if you're doing any kind of brow covering, none of these are mine. I think that goes for most people when they give makeup tips. Like, on the very rare occurrence, is it my own tip or their own tip? It's like things you pick up from other people. Like, it's all, no one's original is really the lesson. But I feel like such a wee scammer. But like, this glue is the best. The Elmers glue is much better, especially in the UK. You can't buy this in stores. You can buy like Prit. It's awful. So don't buy that. Like, just don't waste your money. Don't waste your glue stick like trying to get like getting hair in it and stuff. Like, don't do that because should I put another light on? Probably. Yes, so you can't buy this in stores, but basically I don't know the chemistry behind it. Is that better? Okay. I don't know the chemistry behind it, but this one is just much better. It's purple, but it dries clear, it dries invisible, so you can't see it at all. I know this looks like I've done nothing. I haven't really covered them yet. I've just glued them down. I think I got it from some like special effects makeup shop online. Yeah, it's worth just getting this because it's so much better. More products that I would recommend if you're going to do something like this. This powder. This is from like years and years ago. I used to use this in my like actual makeup routine, but I don't anymore. It's the RCMA no color powder. So it's not their translucent one, it's their no color. There's a difference. Translucent is a pigment, like they add translucent pigment into translucent powders, is my understanding. Whereas no color powder has no pigment whatsoever, so it just sets and adds no color, right? So that's really what you're wanting, especially when you're working with, this is what I'm coming on to next, but this kind of thing where you're like, okay, well, I can't exactly use my like normal face powder for like a blue. Would really recommend this. It's really inexpensive as well and you get loads and it lasts forever. It's like the worst packaging in the world though, because like how it's like when you get spices and you like open them up on the top and there's like little holes, it's like that packaging. But if you turn the cap upside down and just open it all up and pour some in, yeah, just pour it in there. So that's how I use it. And for this I use a dry beauty blender to apply it. I also got this 12 color face paint. It was really good. I got it last year. It worked really well for the purple. Let's hope it works for the red. We will see. This is just tips now. I don't know if I have any more product suggestions for this video anyway. I'm gonna just start mixing my color so I get the right, oh, that's another thing. I've not mastered this yet, but I know this is what you're meant to do. So to get the right color, you would maybe think, okay, well, I want to have like a red face. To make it look really realistic, to make it match your skin tone, get like a black and white filter, and to wait until the red, like you mix the red with as much like light or darker color to create your skin tone so that when it's black and white it looks like you're like a foundation would in black and white. It's a weird thing to try and explain. I'll maybe put like a tutorial in, or I'll try and find the original video of where I found out. So I'm going to start mixing that just now. Ignore this, I'm just using this as like a swatch. Okay, when you're covering your brows, instead of just like using your glue stick to do like up, 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 you want to at first like do like a scrubbing motion, which really, it feels really unnatural. Whoops. But it makes sure that like every part of the hair is covered in glue instead of just like the front of the hair is covered in glue. So like that's why you do that, and it means it sticks better to your skin, it sticks better to the makeup, sticks better to each other, like it just is stuck there, you know? Then once you've done that, you're gonna have quite a lot of excess glue around here and on your eyelid as well, so use a makeup wipe to clean that up, because it can cause a little bit of, you know, flakiness with the makeup, which is obviously not what you want. This is like the messiest thing to do in the world. I'm gonna start with my, am I gonna start with my brows? Yeah, why not? I tend to brush in the direction of the hairs, just from like a, I don't know, makes sense in my brain. The Achilles heel looks like this is your hairline, and you're parting, because like how, I guess you need to wear a wig, but like I can't afford to be buying wigs at this time, I'm afraid. So it needs to go like right up into your hairline, and then you have like whatever color it is in your hair for like the next 3 to 4 hair washes. It's great. It just never leaves. Also, don't prime your skin for this stuff. Like it's really, it would just slip off. I feel like anything that you know about like beauty makeup, just forget it, because it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply, and it doesn't work, essentially. I've said before, I'm sure, don't put a wet product on top of a powder. Doesn't matter. Like, do that, because the likelihood is with this kind of thing is you're doing it for Instagram or just for your own benefit, or you're going to like a club, like a Halloween party. You're not doing this every day. The issue with putting a powder underneath something wet is the texture that it creates. But under certain lighting, texture doesn't really matter as much because you can't see. This looks hellish, but it's fine, it will blend out. We're just getting the base. You will also have to go down your neck, which I'm not a fan of. I hate things like products going down my neck. Makes me feel gross. This is also a good look to do with somebody else with you, so they can be like, oh, you've missed a spot. I'm afraid it's just me today. I'm going out for dinner tonight. Ew. Haunting. The lighting situation is not... I look insane. Okay, sorry. Ugh, this is horrifying. So you're gonna get here and you're gonna think, what's going on? Why am I doing this? And you know what? Those thoughts are valid. You're allowed to feel like that. You're gonna take some white, I've just added some on there, and just add that to wherever you're gonna highlight. I was gonna say this is the calm before the storm, but it's like the opposite. It's like the storm before the storm. Just kind of where you would put your concealer to highlight, like that's where you're gonna put this white down, where the light naturally hits your face. This is kind of where it starts to come together a wee bit. I think already that looks better than the monstrosity that was here earlier. This is a marathon, not a sprint, so you know it's gonna take some time. You just need to gradually, like once that's all blended, I'm gonna do another layer of highlighter and I'll get back to you. Okay, here we are, and although this is still haunting, this is definitely better. I added some highlight up in the brow bone. You can see why I didn't give any advice for covering your brows. I'm really just gluing them down, I'm not really covering them. I would only cover them if I was doing like with my own skin tone. Like I don't really feel the need to cover them with this. I'm gonna just draw more brows on in kind of the same place. Gonna continue to add a little bit more highlight, and then we can start with the contours. Okay, this is everywhere where I put my highlight. What I'm gonna do now is later on, if you want, you can still add some more highlighters with some powder, but I'm going to use my RCMA powder to just literally like bake the whole face, the whole thing. Bad design. This will also tone down the colour a bit, but because it's like going all over your face, it won't like take away from your highlighter. You want to get into every crevice down your neck, literally everywhere. Also, don't wear, if you're going out like this, don't wear a top like the top that you're going to be wearing out, because it's just like not the correct thing to do. Okay, just brushing off now. Your face feels really tight after you do this, just because it's now set. We are now going to be doing some contour. Now I would just recommend using an eyeshadow for this if you can, if you have the right colour. I'm currently wondering if I have the right colour. Eyeshadow or a blush would be good. Don't be scared to just go absolutely mental with the contour. Like, there really is no such thing as too much when you're doing a look like this. Just go crazy. I'm gonna start a wee bit of the eyeshadow just now. Okay, gonna trace out my eyebrow shape with a brown pencil, and then I'll go over it. I think I'm gonna do black. If you have a black wig, then I would recommend you wear that with this look. I think it would look nice. So yeah, I'm gonna use black for the eyebrows, but just tracing out in this brown pencil. Okay, I'm gonna use this pink heart. I just use it on my eyelids, and I'm gonna use it as a highlighter. I'm just gonna use my finger. I wish I had a mirror. If you ever find yourself with lashes that you're like, these are way too big, like why did I buy these? This is your time to get them used. So I'm going to be using the Doll lashes in Chloe Elizabeth, these ones. I feel like these are my go-to whenever I do a look like this, which is just wild. They look like this. I don't know why, like this glue is really good and it works really well like once it's on. It's the Ardell Lash Tight Clear Adhesive, but if you can find a better one, go with that. This stings your eyes when it's on, like it's so potent, like ew. And then look at that, like there's not, it's just a twist cap, right? And there's no way how am I meant to apply that onto anything? So I have to like ruin one of my brushes every time, and it's just like, look at the state of this. Absolutely covered in glue. Like what a waste, when you could just get it in like with an application nozzle. Like why? Blows my mind sometimes. There we go, big lashes are on, and we're gonna do some lips I think just now. I've done a look like this before, but I'm basically gonna do a black gloss I think. But do I own a black lipstick and or gloss? No. So we're just gonna use some eyeliner to kind of line the lips. This is what I've got, and then with a clear gloss I'm just going to go over that, and this is what we've got. Oh, I'm going to go over my eyebrows actually with some black. See, this has come a long way since the terrifying red face that I had at the start of the video. My eyelashes are tickling my eyelid. Stop it. Okay, I feel like this is not bad. I'm gonna put on like a black top like this so it covers the skin color parts here. But like, if it was just that, you couldn't tell me I didn't have red skin. Couldn't tell me. I feel like we've done a good job. I'm gonna get myself sorted and then I'll show you the final look. It's not gonna be much different, but hey. Okay, hello. Okay, if you get this look, like this looks like, this did not take that long. Like, okay, it took longer than like you would do your ordinary makeup for, but like an hour and a half, like that's really not that long for like a Halloween makeup. And then you don't necessarily have to buy a costume. Well, you would have to buy all the makeup, but then you could do multiple costumes over the years, and you could wear like a all black outfit or like a black dress. You'd have to be careful about what you would show. Like you'd have to like cover your hands and stuff. But this is a good costume, I feel. Like if you're last minute and you have the products or you have something similar to the products, then this is a good last minute costume and I stand by that. So what do you think? I love it. I think it turned out amazing. I feel like as well it looks really nice like in the sunlight. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully there'll be a few more Halloween looks this year, and I will see you in the next one.